Good afternoon, everyone. It's Jose, Tel Cockerel, Monday, the 23rd of September. Results, week 5. I'm really sorry. I've had issues with my internet. That's why we started late. I lost internet for about 15 minutes. It's only just come back, hence why we're here now. How is everyone? I hope everyone is well, whether it's your morning, your afternoon, or your evening. I hope that everybody is absolutely doing fandabidozy, as the Crankies once used to say many, many moons ago. Let's have a look who we've got, because there's some of you in here already, and I'm sorry that I've delayed you. So let me say hello to you guys. David Shear is here, says, smash the likes, me lovelies. That would be good. You know the rules, people. Smash the likes on your way in. Kwezali is come on, you Spurs. Carl Simpson is here, says, hello, Jose and Colin and everyone in the chat. Graham, good afternoon, Graham. I hope you are well. David Clark, DC, hope everyone in the chat is well. Good afternoon to you, DC. I hope you are well, sir. And before I forget, happy 47th anniversary for you tomorrow, David. I'll be at work, so I may not get the chance to say it. So I'll take this opportunity now to wish you a happy 47th anniversary, my friend. I hope you've got some good stuff planned for you and your young lady. Phil Coys, hello, Phil. Says, g'day to everyone. Hope you all had a great weekend. Up the Spurs, come on, you Spurs. Got people saying hello to each other. David Shear says, I don't think I did well, but scored more than Jose last week. That was last week, did we? We've got a new week, and all will be revealed. You have Ronnie says, hello, Jose, and the chat. Good afternoon to you, Ronnie. Ryan G is here. Good afternoon, Ryan. I hope you're well. Ian Meth says, hi, all. Good afternoon, Ian. I hope you are well. Ryan G says, good result for Spurs this week. Just another normal weekend as a Wolves fan. Absolute depression. Not sure, mate, because yeah, it's hard to see where your first win's coming by because you've got another tough game at the weekend as well. But you can only play for it. If you're losing, right? I mean, no one wants to go on a losing streak, but if you're losing but you're playing really well and you can see light at the end of the tunnel, then it's not so bad. If you're getting beaten every week and you can't see any improvements in that, then that's when it may well become an issue. But as far as I'm aware, Ryan, you guys are playing well at the moment, and that's what I'm relying on what I've seen in highlights on Match of the Day and stuff like that. But I'm also relying on what you say to me as well, mate. Chris Peters says hi to Ian. Hello, Ian from Chris Peters. Then you've got David Shear has gifted a membership. Thank you, David. It's very kind of you. And it's gone to Pranav Adanaki. So Pranav Adanaki, if you get it, then please thank David Shear as he is the person that's gifted it to you. Adrian's here, says, good afternoon, Jose et al. Good afternoon, Adrian. I hope you are well, sir. And then I think I might nearly caught up. We've got Hanno, Coach's Corner is here. He's saying, oh, let me have a look. Where am I, Jose? I'm not sure. Are you at home? Are you at school, uni? I don't know. You need to tell me where you are. I don't know where you are. Is it a guessing game? Am I supposed to guess where you are? I don't even know what time it is for you. I don't know. I'm going to say you're at home, Hanno. Is that better for you? I'm going to say you're at home. Everton has a new majority owners, the Friedkins. Yeah, I think I've heard something along the lines, but I've been working today. But I think I'll have to catch up with the news later. I think something's happened at Everton. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll have a look later. Ed M says, "Hi Jose, hello Ed M, how are you?" And Hanno saying, "Oh, I mean, like in the table." Do you know what, Hanno? Let me let you into a little secret. I knew exactly what you meant, but what I was doing is I was being facetious with you. I was saying, "Where am I, Jose?" And I just thought I'd make a game out of it. I knew exactly what you meant, my friend. I knew exactly what you meant. And then Ian is said, I'm really pleased for Everton. I think they are in big danger of going down still. For the Levy haters, Everton are an example of what can happen if you get the wrong owners. David Clark says, best laugh of the weekend, Haaland throwing the ball at the Arsenal player's head. And it was announced on Sky, fashionably late from Destiny. Now, Destiny, are you talking about yourself being late, or are you saying that I was late? How very dare you? And then we've got the coach's corner is saying, yeah, but yes, I'm at home. Yeah, I thought you would be. Right, I'm going to start like I normally do. I will start with, let me have a look. Just get this ready for you guys. You was late, was ya? I was late. I was late. I was late. I was late. Right, for me, right, start with the bottom of the league. Right, let me go back to the bottom of the league. Right, doesn't make good reading for some people. So you was late, was your Destiny? Okay, and then you've got Saba. Hello, Saba. Good afternoon to you, mate. Says hello. It says Jose. I'm jealous of Everton. Ian Meth. Be careful of what you wish for. Levy does suck better, but the devil you know. Drula. Hello, Drula. Says afternoon all. Just finished cooking. Sorry for my lateness. No, you're in time. I'm gonna post the first one I'm posting is gonna be the Fantasy League. So the results for the Fantasy League are, well, not the results, you know what I'm talking about. Fantasy League, from bottom to top. On the community page, Nathan Patiers has done a nice big write-up again of what's happened in week 5 in the Fantasy League. So if you guys want to read more into it, you'll be able to see what Nathan says about what we've done this week. So the winner of game week 5 is So Southwest French, which is Grant Packham with 84 points. Rounding up the top 3 for the week was Who Left a Doggy Out, which was Eddie Maron with 82 points. And Iwobi top table, Blake Collins Clark, got 82 points. Mad as a Hatter, David Powell stayed top of the table with 354 points, although Who Left the Doggy Out is creeping closer 1 point behind. At the other end of the table, James Loves Spurs continues to languish in last place on a pitiful 102 points. So here we have the bottom of the table is James Loves Spurs, then it's Tigaro, Harmless Potato, Colin, Sam McConkey, and then Colin's mum. Destiny 5 is gone up. He's got a green next to him. So Destiny's gone up. And then you've got Leo, the homies, is in 51st place. And then it takes us to the next part of the table where it also says, when it came to captaincy choices, So South We French and With a Packet of Sweets did the best this week with 32 points from Luis Diaz. So they had Luis Diaz as their captain and scored 32 points from it. At the other end of the spectrum, the homies and from Leo Coys and Julie Loves Cootie from Julie Sievers, who had picked up Josko Guardiola and Cody Gapco for Capco as captains for 2 points, received the armband of shame for the week. Moving on to substitutions, the quad is on with Carl Simpson, will be kicking themselves after having left 18 points on the bench, which is the highest in the league. This week off to Grandma did the best with automatic substitutes, receiving 14 points from Vicario, Gabriel, Eze, and Ferguson, coming off the bench in lieu of Neto, Shaw, Odegaard, and Tony. Pape Lives Matter from Brendan Tull and West Bromwich Albion Ped Vessel, expected to lose with Ben Kaufman, Ziberi for Hanno, Eastwood Town for Kelly Edwards, Sheriff's 11 for Mark Cousins, Ronsky for Ronnie Smith, West Indies 08 for Dave Williams, Sunny Side Up for Milton Abrega, and Judy Loves Cootie for Judy Sievers were not as fortunate, getting 1 point only from their automatic subs. As for the movers and shakers, Southwest French Grant Packham climbed 19 spots this week. In the not so great department, we have Sahil FC and West Indies 08 dropping 14 spots. The notable news for the week is that 21 people in the league, that's 36.2% of teams, managed to reach or beat the overall average of 58 points for the week. The following teams took a transfer hit this week. So Wild Stags was -8 points, Low Cross -4, the Harmless Potatoes -4 points, James We Love Spurs -12 points, Sahil -20 points. So they all minus points because they did substitutions without using their wild card, or they possibly have already used it. And who left the doggy out for Eddie Maron and Red Jed redemption for Robbie Clark and 99 problems for Graham Dunn decided to spend one of their chips this week. So the table looks as such. So in 50th, you have John Clark. Neil Ogleave is up into 49th. Rakdos Madness 48th. AJ 47th. Jose Garcia 46th. Rob Belcher 45th. Milton Abrega 44th. Dave Williams 43rd. Nathan Petirce up to 42nd. Lee Wiz 41st. Ronnie 40th. Scott Colliver 39th. Jess 38th. Ryan 37th. Jeff Miller climbs into 36th. The Sheriff is 35th. Belgium Hotspur 34th. Nick Young 33rd. Adam William Cahill has jumped to 32nd. Tel Cockerel is 31st. Low Cross 30th. Sahil 29th. Charlie Biker has jumped to 28th. Blake Collins Clark jumped to 27th. Spurs GCTV Graham up to 26th. My good lady has jumped into 25th. The quad is on. Carl Simpson's 24th. So South with French 23rd, jumped up. Jamie Imber 22nd. Kelly Edwards 21st. Hanno 20th, jumped up. Chris Peters has jumped up to 19th. Ben Kaufman's 18th. El Vasco is 17th. Matty Kushner is 16th. John Williams is 15th. Pedvessel 14th. Graham Dunn 13th. Phil Coy's up to 12th. Kev Clark up to 11th. Brendan Tull up to 10th. Tot Josh 9th. Daniel Lee 8th. Robbie Clark up to 7th. Marlon 6th. Steve Riformato is up to 5th. Little Lions of Simon Side Dancer is 4th. And Adrian Chia is 3rd. Eddie Maron has gone up to 2nd, and David Powell is your leader. So a reminder that this week you can do and you can change your teams again this week if you so wish. So that's where you are with that. That's that game. So then you've got Steve D here is saying hi, Jose in the chat. Good afternoon to you, Steve. Ryan G saying he's 37th. Carl Simpson using his 1 month membership saying Carl the Kings of the Subs Waster is here. There may be some good news for you, Carl, in the horizon though. There may well be. And M says I used my free hit because I'd like 6 players from City and Arsenal thought they'd cancel each other out, and I got 82 points, so it worked out. Remember on the community page every week, Nathan Petirce, who's head of a group, the Sydney Hotspurs, I think he is, he does a whole write-up on the whole league, on our league, and who the movers and shakers, exactly what I've read out. So I've only read out what he does, but if you look every week, every game week is posted there, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Whenever I hear you're late, I think of a rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, says Destiny 5. Lula says, made a Monday roast, my cobber, so I finished up cooking, so I'm sorry. I know who Graham is, but I just instead of calling you Kuva, I called you Graham by the name, but I'm fully aware, mate. I hope you're well. Good afternoon, Kuva. Jose has 2 teams. No, one is Jose Garcia and one's Tel Cockerel, because I'm in other leagues as well. Right, so with that being said, the second game that I'm going to go to is, and it's quite funny because I was looking at this and I was interested in looking at this, but the next game that we're looking at is Predict the Premiership. And in Predict the Premiership, this is now the table. In Predict the Premiership, can I get all 40 people? Yeah, there's 40 people playing in this. And what's interesting is that some of the people that play this also do predictions. And it's quite clear that unlike some of us, you're picking different predictions in this to what you do in the predictions league on a Friday. So some of you here would be far higher in the predictions league, I think, than what you are, because you're high here, but not so high in the predictions league, because you're not doing the same scores. You're doing different scores. And some of you are where you should be, because you are putting exactly the same scores into this as you're doing predictions. But as can be seen, Matty started last week for the first time and has picked up 6 points. You can see from the people that have played that Donna Cullen hasn't even participated yet. Matty, Phil Coys, Joris, Kelly, Julie have all taken part in 1 week's worth, because they've got 10 results in there. Colin has made 14 predictions. Sahil's made 18. Adrian has played for 2 weeks. Kate has played for 3 weeks. Then we have Carl, who's played all 5 weeks. AJ has only played 3 weeks. Kuba's played 5 weeks. And basically, everyone else further up from there has played more or less 5 weeks, apart from Harmless Potato, who's in 21st, has only had 40 predictions. Jamie Imbert is 18th with 40 predictions. And you have Side Dancer, who's only made 40 predictions. Rakdos Madness has only made 43 predictions and is in 6th. But the leader, as you can see, is Chris Peters, Ed M, and Kevin Clark. All have 47 points each. But what separates them is the goal difference, where Chris Peters has got plus 17, but Ed M and Kevin Clark got minus 16 and minus 19. As I say, when you play this Predict the Prem, the difference with this one is that if you over or under predict a score, goals for and goals against. So that's why the table looks like this. But again, this, like FPL, is self-serving, so you'll be able to find where you are just by looking it up. And they also send you a weekly reminder to remind you to put your predictions in. So well done to all those that may have moved up or down or have taken part. So well done, you guys. So I'll leave it to you to look at that in your own leisure. And then we've got, let me see, we've got, because I've got people coming and I'm not looking at my screen. Now I am. Destiny 5 says, are you predicting the Europa League? I noticed Hippie doing it. No, I've not predicted the Europa League at all. Didn't even know that there was so. I think it's enough with what we're doing, to be honest. Bobby K, good morning. Bobby K says, good morning, Jose, and everyone in the chat. Good morning, Bobby. I hope you're well, sir. Carl Simpson says, I am dreadful in this one. Like I said, I think some people are picking different results in Predict the Prem and in the Predictions League. I think that the people are changing their results, because I see some people should be higher in the predictions if I look at what they've scored in Predict the Prem. But then by the same token, there's some people have scored really high in predictions but are lower in Predict the Prem. So obviously not picking the same results. I'm picking the same results. Who else you got? Ben's here. Good afternoon, Ben. Hello, Ben. How are you, sir? I hope you are well. Good afternoon to you. Kuva says, correct, Jose. I flip constantly that change my mind wildly on the whim. What's this one, Jose? Drooler. So if you go to this link here, right? It's on the community page as well, but this link here just to show you, Drooler. So on this, on a weekly basis, you can do Predict the Prem, which is, like I said, it's like predicting the predictions that we do, but with Predict the Prem, it's all automated and it's all done by a computer. And what you do is you pick a result. So let's say, for instance, you went for Tottenham 2, Brentford 0, and the score was 3-1. You may score 1 point for Tottenham winning, but you would score points for the 2 goals you got, but you'd be minus because they got a 3rd goal, so you'd minus something there. And if you went for 0 for Brentford and they scored 1, you'd get a minus there. So the goal difference works on you getting the absolute correct result and then how many goals you might be out. So it gives you goals if you're correct. So let's say, for argument's sake, let's say we went for so let's say last week I went for Liverpool 3, Forest 0, and the game was 0-1, then not only did I get the score wrong, which I scored no points for, but I start getting minus goal difference because I predicted Liverpool would score 3 goals. They scored none. So that will minus each one of the goals that I predicted. And then where I've gone for 0 for Forest and they scored 1, it will minus me for that as well. So it's an intricate way of doing it. but it's an easy way. It's all self-service, so a bit like the Fantasy Premier, Predict the Prem, self-service as well. So if you enter that Premier League.predictthefootball.com and then enter the code for the league, which can be found on the community page, you can also partake in this competition. And like I said, it's never too late to enter any of these competitions because we're still at early doors. The only difference is that when we do predict the predictions on a Friday, if we've got an international week, then Predict the Prem stops because it's just Predict the Prem, where we would continue and we would carry on doing predictions, if that makes sense. Who else we got here? People saying hello to Ben. I'm trying to come bottom of the league. Well, you didn't play this week, so you might be near the bottom. I'm not sure because I'm not looked. Ed M says the title race is on. Yes, Ed M, you're second in fantasy, so yeah, it could be. Two sides of it. I'm doing my Predict the Prem for this week right now, so I don't forget. I'm presuming that this is Colin and rather than Jamie, if that's what he's saying and that's what his comment is. Destiny's saying he's 13th. Colin's saying good day to all. Ed M is saying, I tried to do the same if I remember correctly. Missed a week of your predictions. Can I join still? Is that your code? Yes, Jula. Everything I've given you is the code and everything, and it's on my community page as well. Both the competitions, Fantasy Premier and Predict the Prem, are both on the community page. The links and the codes are there for anyone to join. Ian says only 9 likes. Is that the case? I've not looked because I've been looking at other things, but God, that's poor, man. That's not knowing the rules. That's not knowing the rules, is it, eh? Colin says I might jump on, but I have a bloody sore throat and I'm phones all day for work. Do your work, mate. Do your work. Sava says fair play, Jose, for doing all these competitions. You do what the people, Sava, you know the score. You do what the people want. If the people want you to do these competitions, then you do them, and that's what I tend to do. But it started off with the predictions, and predictions is what everyone likes doing. But I introduced the other two just to make it a bit more interesting. So, with that being said, people, you're going to want to know. It's interesting. I've showed you the first two competitions, but I think most of you are here to see the third. So, without further ado, we will go and bring up the scores for last week. And in order to do that, I'm going to take the cockerel away from the corner so people can see the scores. There's a cockerel being taken away. Right, last week. Predictions for last week. So, in game one, the score was West Ham 0, Chelsea 3. And the only person to get this correct was Matty Kushner. He was the only person to get the correct scoreline, so gets 3 points. Everyone else in orange went for an away victory and also gets a point. Game 2, Aston Villa versus Wolves, finished Aston Villa 3, Wolves 1. And as can be seen here, Lee Wizkid got that correct. So did Carl Simpson. So did Chris Peters. Big John, well, it was the fourth one. So 4 people got that correct. The next game was Fulham versus Newcastle, and that ended up with a 3-1 win. Nobody predicted the 3-1 win, but there are some people that got oranges in that game because you predicted the home win, but not the correct result. So you pick up a point for that. Game 4 was Leicester versus Everton. That ended up with a 1-1 draw. And for that, we have the people that got this right were Carl Simpson, again, Ronnie, Rob Belcher, Smithy, Chris Peters, Quez Ali, Ian Meth, AJ, Bobby K, Rakdos Madness, all got 3 points for that game. And anyone else that's got an orange, which wasn't many people, there was 2 more oranges there. So 2 people had draws, but not the 1-1 draw. They would have picked up a point each. Liverpool beat Bournemouth 3-0. And in this one, the people that got the correct scoreline were Jose, Destiny 5, Carl Simpson again, Peter Kagayas, David Clark, Dan Coys, Quez Ali, Lee Wiz, Colin Blackshaw, and James loves Spurs. So well done to you guys. You all picked up 3 points for that game. Southampton won, Ipswich won. And for that game, the people who got the correct score, greens of 3 points, are Ryan G, Drula, Mikey Romero, Colin, Kuva. Sorry, is that Kuva? No, it says Paul G, sorry. Yeah, and Kuva, and Rakdos Madness, Alan, and Nita, and James loves Spurs. So well done, you guys. You all predicted the 1-1 draw. And then we move on to the next game, which was Tottenham 3, Brentford 1. And the correct people for this game, and there was a lot of people sitting on 2-1s because there was a lot of people that predicted 2-1 for this game. And it would have far outweighed the amount of people that put 3-1. But obviously, Maddison got that goal to make it 3-1. So the people that got the correct prediction in that game were Destiny 5, Carl Simpson, Ryan G, Drula, Inner Hype, Big John, and Richard Rory's War all got 3 points for the Tottenham game. Moving on to the next game, which was Crystal Palace Manchester United. Nobody predicted a 0-0 draw. The people that predicted 1-1s, 2-1s, and was there any 3-1s? No, 1-1s and 2-1s all ended up with a point each. That can be seen there. And then the penultimate game of the weekend was Brighton 2, Nottingham Forest 2. And there was only a couple of people that got this correct. And they were Alan Rakdos Madness and Hanno. Both got the 2-2 draw. And then the final game of the weekend was Manchester City versus Arsenal. And in that game, Manchester City versus Arsenal, the people that got the 2-2 draw correct were Peter Kagayas and Leo. And they're the only two people. Leo and Peter Kagayas are only two people that got the 2-2 draw. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people predicted either 0-0, 1-1, or 3-3. So they all get a point each. So, with that being said, the scores on the doors for the week are Jose scored 6. Destiny scored 8. Carl Simpson, joint person of the week, scored 13. Well done, Carl. Ryan G scored 8. Ronnie scored 8. Peter Kagayas scored 8. Rob Belcher scored 6. David Clark 7. Adrian 5. El Vasco 4. Drula 9. Smithy Smith 5. Mikey Romero 5. Dan Coys 5. Chris Peters 10. Edem 5. Quezali 9. Colin 6. Sorry, am I reading it from the? Sorry, Colin 6. Inner Hype 7. Big John 9. Gus Parker 3. Talk Spurs 4. Spurs GCTV 4. Paul G 7. David Shear 2. Poor week for you, David, this week. It's the poorest week you've had in the whole competition. Lee Wiskid 7. Ian Meth 7. Angus 3. Leo 8. Kuva 8. Matty Kushner 9. AJ 6. Colin Blackshaw 6. Bobby K 8. Joint person of the week, Alan at Rakdos Madness 13. Adrian Chia 5. Nita 6, Richard at Rory's War 8, James loves Spurs 9, Custom Spoons 6, Julie 4, Hanno 6, Dave Williams 3, DJ Samuel 2. Now, averaging it out over the piece, out of everyone that played this week and the people that took part this week there was 44 people that managed to get their predictions in this week. And out of the 44, the average worked out to 6.5. So if you scored 6, well, you can't score half a point. So basically, either we can call it 6. Call it 6. Anyone from 6 and above was average and upwards. Anyone that scored under 6 this week would have been below average. So before I go to the table, see your comments that you're putting in here, and then I can go back to the league table. Says, Lol, I did what people wanted. YouTube would be a lot nicer. Gus Parker, teach me to back Wolves, says Gus. Carl Simpson's happy with his scores. Well, you've got 13, so you are 3-3. Salah, I predicted 0-4. Matty Kushner, done well this week, Matty. Big up everyone, Matty. You on the predict the Prem, you scored points. You're not even at the bottom. I said to you. Kuva says, I was at the point where we reached the Leicester game that I threw my laptop into the garden. Yes, Savvy, you can. I do these shows at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday for the predictions. These ones that I'm showing you on screen now, but the other two are on the community page. So the Fantasy Premier, which I'm not sure whether you were doing one this year, because I know you did one last year. But then the Predict the Prem as well, which does goal differences, and that is also on the on my community page. But as well, it's there. I've just put it back up again. So anyone that wants to enter Predict the Prem as well, it's there. And there's the code to enter into the league, and then you can do your predictions. But that will give you goal differences. So on this one, you have to be absolutely precise. And if you're not precise, it starts minusing or adding goals for you. So that's Predict the Prem. Yeah. But it's Predict the Prem, or we do the predictions, which are here on a Friday. Where are we still? Yeah, Matty, you didn't do badly at all. You did well. Destiny says, Savile, will you choose Spurs to lose every week? I don't think he will do that every week now. Am I the only one that got the Chelsea West Ham score right? Chelsea West Ham. Yes, you are, Matty. You were the only person that scored 3 points for that, mate. And you would have scored them points, or whatever the points are in translation, and Predict the Prem, because I think you might have gone for the same scores. And who's just pointed it out. Yeah, if you missed the show, Sava, on a Friday afternoon at 4, and you're not doing it live with everyone else, then you can always leave them on at the end of the stream, and then I'll add them. That's if you're not here to see them live. Gus says, I got a City draw, but done appalling. Only 2 other results right, I think. The horror. Yeah, some weeks it goes with you guys, and some weeks it doesn't. You know, it's up and down. It's up and down. You've got Carl says, cheers, David. You will see me as a pundit on Sky Sports shortly. Gus Parker says, you'll be back with a bang. All right, people. Vasco's in the house. Good afternoon, Vasco. I hope you are well. Gus Parker says, I'll have to start paying attention to more football, David. It's quite funny. Johnny Bevergreen says, G'day, David. You all right, Geezer Cobber? Yeah. Yeah, I did one. I'm so bad at updating my team. I'm currently 350th. Yeah, that's what happens. A lot of people forget about it. Although, yeah, life's life, isn't it? You know, the score. Everyone knows the score. Life is life. But you do receive notifications every week from Fantasy Premier and from Predict the Prem. So, you know, it's if people can remember to do it or not. I mean, when I showed the league for Predict the Prem, it just shows you, because it tells you how many people have predicted how many games, and you can see that some people have forgotten to do them, and some people haven't. Matty says, how do I check how I didn't predict the Prem? All you do is you go into the link, Matty. You go into the link, or if you've got it saved on Predict the Prem, I've got it saved. So if you've got it saved, it tells you how you've done. But just because you're asking the question, Predict the Prem, because it's done automatically, and it's something I don't have to do and keep up to date with. In Predict the Prem, you've gone for the same results that you went for here, Matty. So look, it shows that you got 6 points as well here, because I'm presuming that you've gone for exactly the same scores, because you scored 6 and no, you scored 9 in our game. So you must have done different predictions on Predict the Prem to what you did live on the predictions. But you've only done 10 predictions and you're already on 6 points. So, you know, you're already 39th. But this one, like I said, this one works on goal difference. So, yeah, this one works on goal difference. So basically, like I said, if you over egg it or undercook it, you're going to get minus goals. And like I said, the three leaders at the top, Chris Peters, Ed M, and Kevin Clark, are separated by goal difference. Where Chris Peters has got plus 17, but Ed M and Kevin Clark got minus 16 and minus 19. And you know, it depends on how far out you are with the goals scored and the goals against. But yeah, so that's easy. That's an easy one to find, mate. That's an easy one to find. Who else we got here before I bring up the league table? Angus, ¿cuántos puntos tengo? How many points you got, Angus? You were, where's Angus? Are you the next page down? Yeah, because you were one of the new players, weren't you? So you might be. No, you're not. No, you are on this page, aren't you? It's just finding where you entered. Right, Angus. You should be Angus McDowell. Can you see yourself? You scored 3 points this week, Angus. You only scored 3. So you predicted 4-0 to Villa. You predicted 2-1 to Fulham. And you predicted 3-1 to Liverpool. So they're the only ones you got right. You got the home scores right. So the home team did win, but you didn't get the right scores. So you scored 3 points, so 1 point for each. The rest of them, you were out on every single one. So, hold on, you was out on every single one. Yeah, you was out on every single one. So you scored 3 points, mate. 3 points is what you scored. That's what it shows. Where's the chat? So where am I? So that's the points. That's Predict the Premier, and all you got to do is just add the code to it. It's on the community page as well, Matty. So, Senor Garcia Smithy, I hope you're well, sir. I hope you're well. She said, cut the middleman and chuck myself out, says Gus Parker. Low key, some of you guys need to give me gambling tips. Vasco says, Jose, you've got a table in front of you, mate. I'm going to bring the table up now. Coach's Corner saying, Hannah says 6 points. We take those. I did poorly, David. I think I only got 5. AJ says, big up to me. Big up, AJ. It's only 3. It's your predictions, Angus. I can't give you any more points. It's what you predicted, my friend. You predicted 3 points. Come back on Friday. Try and make these points up. Right. So people are all saying hello to each other. So the league table, ready? This is the reveal now for the league table. So the league table for the predictions from bottom to top. Again, I will tell you now, if you are blue, it means it's the first time you took place. It's the first time that you've entered the predictions. You will be in blue. So that will show where you've entered the table in after your first week. If you are in green, it means that you have gone up in position. Yeah, from previous week, you've gone up in position. Anyone that is white has either remained the same or has gone down in position. So, with that being said, let me just put this in. With that being said, this is the league table for you guys. Right, so from bottom to top, there is the league table. And the league table shows us, what's that going up to 37th, I think. Right, the league table shows us that new entries this week. Angus is 70th. So Angus is already 5 from the bottom. So you've overtaken Angus, and I think you've overtaken, because of alphabetical order, you've overtaken 3 other teams that had the same points as you, but you've also overtaken 2 further people. Ben Kaufman, if you're still here, Ben, you are not bottom of this league. Someone is worse at the moment than your position. So sorry, Ben, you've not made it to bottom. Gus Parker is 63rd in green, so that means he's moved up the table. Nita has come in straight at 62nd. AJ is 60th straight in. Leo is straight in at 56th. And Leo was the highest scorer out of the newbies, getting 8 points. AJ and Nita both got 6 in their first week. Angus got 3. 51st is Matty. Matty's gone up into 51st. Hanno has gone up into 49th. The proviso is that knowing that Hannah and Matty have not taken part every week, but they're already pushing up 51st and 49th. Jamie from Talk Spurs, who's now Two Sides of a Pitch podcast, is 46th. Adrian Chia has gone into 43rd. Smithy has gone into 42nd. Paul G has gone into 39th. And Bobby K has gone into 38th. And Steve D, for that caption, is 37th. So they are the people from 74th to 37th. So halfway. Yeah. Now I've got to find the others now. Oops. There we go. Right. Top of the tables. In 37th, you have Steve D. 36th, Mark Cousins. Oh, no, sorry. I'm going to read out the green one. Sorry. Colin Blackshaw has jumped into 32nd. Richard Rory's War is 31st. Peter Kagaias has jumped into 28th. James Loves Spurs is jumped into 27th. Inner Hype jumped into 24th. Custom Spoons jumps into 23rd. Big John has jumped into 21st. Drula has gone up to 14th. Destiny has gone up to 11th. Alan Rakdos Madness, part of the one of the point scorers of the week, has gone into 9th. Ronnie has gone into 7th. Carl Simpson, the other person of the week, has gone into 6th. Chris Peters is 5th. And then the top 4 remain unchanged. You have David Clark from Leicester leading the way on 55 points. His lead has been cut by 2 points. He was 5 ahead. He's now 3 ahead. Quez is second on 52. Ryan G and Kuva both on 51. So the gap is narrowing there. So to highlight the point, 55. 54 points separate 74th to first. So anyone can still catch up. Anyone. Who we got? How has that accrued? How has that accrued? Gus, I had the points that you got that you had the week before, and then you've got points. So the reason why you've gone up, Gus, is that you took part possibly, and some of the people below you didn't take part. As I said, 44 people took predictions last week. We have 74 in the league, right? But 44 people did predictions. You can take the Ulster water, you can't make it drink. I can't make people be here and do the predictions. So if people do predictions, right, then they got a chance of scoring points. Those that don't do predictions won't get any points at all. So you've gained points, Gus, because you took part last week where others didn't. So therefore, that's why you've climbed, Gus. So even your 3 points you got made you climb up the table. Kind donation from Colin, I think. It says a small token of thanks for doing this all for us. Colin, you didn't need to because you helped me out on this as well, mate. But thank you very much. Carl Simpson says I am on the warpath. Ryan says Ryan's defo been dropping some bribes to Jose. I've not. Ryan is doing well. You've got to you got to be in it to do it. And Ryan obviously has learnt from last year and learned what he was doing and what he wasn't doing last year, rectified, and has got a new game plan for this season. And at the moment, the game plan is paying off for Ryan. Ryan is up there; he's in third place, so it's paying off for him. Graham says, shocking, only 4 points and dropped 5 places. I can only put in the scores that you guys have given me. That's all I can do. You put in the scores that you give me. You give me the scores, I put them in. David Shear says I've gone 8 places down. Phil Coy says occurred, Jose. Accrued is what I said. Occurred. Where am I? Says Hanno. Hanno, I did do the league tables a minute ago, and you've climbed. So Hanno, you are up to 49th. So you would be one of the green ones. There you are. You're up to 49th, Hanno. So you're 49th. So you're up to 49th place. Who else you got here? Sorry, I was joking because I was about. No. As I said, it doesn't matter what points you score. If others don't partake or you do better than others, you climb above them. It's as simple as, So at the end of the day, yeah, you've done well. Matty Kushner says, have you gone through the fantasy already? I have, Matty, but I can show you in a second again. Just let me catch up with the chat. Ryan is saying, I've been on joint points with Kuva for about 3 weeks. Matty says, on Saturday night, my fantasy team was 72 and the age was 36. Big up Ryan, my Shropshire lad from Phil. Phil also from Shropshire. Average, not age. Ryan says, I joined late last year, Jose, and got to the top 30. I did quite well, in my opinion, last season. But you're doing better this season, mate. Ryan, Graham is offering advice, as Graham does. Says Ryan always wins a trophy in his second season. Carl Simpson. Ryan needs to get employed by Wolves for some tactics. They will be winning in no time. See, you're getting a lot of love here, Ryan. Quez Ali says, still riding my luck. No, Quez, you're there. You pick the points and you're there. Bobby, where's my 20 points? I don't know. Where's my 95 points, Bobby? I've not added them to me myself for coming runner up last year yet. And as it is, I've not given out the 100 points to the leader who the winner of last year, who actually didn't take part last week. So therefore, he would have dropped off the pace even more. Ryan G says, I'd be way ahead if I wasn't having to piggyback you around every week. Ian says, off topic, when is the draw for the next round of the League Cup? Wednesday night, I believe, Ian. Even though Wimbledon Newcastle has been called off because they're already called it off because of waterlogged pitch. But I think, it's Wednesday night still. Hanno says, cool, top 10 is in sight for Hanno. And then you've got Niall Kane saying, big up to everyone, like, subscribe, and share. That would be nice. Can't force the people, but yeah, the likes I ask for. If anyone wants to subscribe or share, that's down to them. But the likes goes a long way. David Shear says, time wise, I'm in front of you and I'm still choked. Damn it. Yes, you are my brother from Shropshire. And Paddy Hartnett, good afternoon, Paddy. I hope you're well. It's been a while, mate. I hope you're well. Bobby K's 38th. He's shit. This is what I love. You all get banter on here, don't you? You get bantered by each other. So Matty, you asked me the question. So because you asked me the question, I shall show you what we've done with the Fantasy Premier League. Matty, I think you might have gone up. I think you're one of the greens that I read out earlier. Ding, 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 ding. You were one of the greens. I'm sure you were. Spurs. Oh no, you might not have been. Hold on. Right, where's May? If you've entered, I'm sure I might have read your name out earlier. Right, it's in. What's your team called? Without knowing what your team's called, I could be looking everywhere, couldn't I? My eyes going to just. Ah, there you are. Dejan Kulusexy, you're 16th. So that means you haven't moved up and you haven't gone down. You've remained 16th. If that's your team, Dejan Kulusexy. You scored 78 points this week and you are joint. Oh, sorry, you remained in 16th. You haven't got a down or an up. You haven't got a red, meaning you've gone down. You haven't got a green, meaning you've gone up. You've got a line, which means you remain in the same position. So you're still 16th. Hopefully you saw that. Cheers for all the sterling work. Nah, no worries, Gus. Hopefully I'll see you Friday for some more predictions. Matty says I was there. Anthony, good evening, Anthony. How are you, mate? I hope you're well. Yeah, you can, mate. The fantasy is there. So the code you need, Anthony, is YYFMNS. So it's Yankee Yankee Foxtrot Mike November Sierra gets you in because you've already got a team, I believe, Anthony. So yeah, just enter and just put that code in, and you're in the league. It's on the community page for anyone that wants to enter as well. Have a good one. David Shear's got to go. David, take care. Good night, mate, because I know it's late for you. Bobby K says, it would be a lot shittier if I was a rainbow chasing Muppet leprechaun from Limerick. Big up Michelle and Ryan and Paddy. See, it's the banter that you give each other here. Yes, Ryan G saying, why don't you enter Predict the Prem as well, which is automatic. But if you want to enter Predict the Prem, again, Anthony, it's on my community page, but that's Predict the Prem. And if you enter that and the code, you can predict the Premiership and it does it all automatically for you. But you're more than welcome. Everybody who hasn't taken part so far, you're more than welcome to enter these two competitions. And also, if you haven't taken part already, enter the prediction show that I do on a Friday. If you're not around for the prediction show and you miss it on a Friday, I will take your scores off you only if you leave them on the stream of the show. And then I can go from there. David Clark says, nice to be top in the same week of my 47th wedding anniversary, even though as an Essex boy, I married a Leicester girl. There's no issues with that at all. Like I said, happy anniversary, 47th anniversary for tomorrow, David. As I said, I won't be on tomorrow. So, yeah, happy anniversary to you and your good wife for tomorrow. Ryan is saying, join the Predict the Prem as well, Anthony. Robbie from Lily White Lanes here says, big up Jose and all the chat. Big up, Robbie. I hope you are well, my man. I hope you are well. Angus is saying, can I just say, Leo, you're an absolute dumbass. Why didn't you learn from what Decker's done? I don't know what that means. I must have missed saying. Who's Leo? Who's Leo? I haven't seen a Leo, have I? Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of lost with that comment. I don't know. You must be speaking to someone, Angus, and I don't know who you're speaking to. But yeah, so there we are. Anyone got any questions about the Predict the Prem or about the fantasy or about the predictions? If you've missed any of them, speak up now and I'll show you where you are. So with the with the predictions league, it's there. This is what people scored. Or these are the people from the first page that scored these points. These are the people on the second page. It doesn't matter whether you're on the first page or the second page. It's just as you come in and give me your scores, then that's where you get added to the sheet. So that's where you are score wise. Who we got from that's the scores. Where's the league tables? League tables for you all from bottom to top. There's your league tables, which tells you where you are. So as again, anyone in blue, it means it's the first week that you entered. So you enter. So basically, if you've entered and you're blue, it's the first week you've done it. If you're in above any of the blanks or like the whites, then that means you've already climbed the table, right? And if you're green, it means as compared to last week, whatever you've done compared to last week, you have gone up in the table. Anyone that's remained with no colouring, i.e. the white, it means that you either remained in the same position or you dropped down the table. But however many of you might have dropped down by one place, you may have remained the same, but you'll end up in white. So blues is first week, and greens, it means that you've gone up in the table after your predictions. So there's a top of the table just to show that it is being done. A lot of the people will say, well, I hope it's self-explanatory. So Ryan G is only above Kuva because Ryan G has predicted 8 correct results as opposed to Kuva's 6 correct results. But if you were look, Kuva's predicted 6 correct results and 33 predictions. So in effect, Kuva's got 39 overall scores, where Ryan has only got 35 overall scores. He's got 8 correct predictions, so bang on the money, and 27 predictions. So it's only predict the correctness of it that separates it. Some people are separated purely because of alphabet. So if I go someone like Ratdos Madness and Spurs GCTV, Destiny 5 and Julie all have 45 points. The difference is that Ratdos Madness is an R comes before an S in the alphabet, so he's above Spurs GCTV. And Destiny, although they're on the same points, him and Julie have predicted one game less than what Ratdos and Spurs GCTV have. So Destiny's just in front of Julie, just by way of virtue of alphabet. So that's how it all works. So yeah, no science behind it all, but that's how it all works. That's how it all works. Who else we got here? Can I just say that Leo has actually done us? Okay, right. So you're talking about your players. All right, I understand that. I mean for Trossard and Rice. Okay, yeah, because I don't know them like that as Deckers and Leo. I don't know them like that. So you obviously do. I don't. I just know them as idiots for getting red cards. Lily White Lane said, was at the game on Saturday. Madison and Bentancur looked brilliant. I hope you. I think I've seen your stream, Robbie, and I think you said you went with your dad and that you had a good time. So yeah, happy day for you, mate. Well done. So Mbappe has just signed for Arsenal. Yeah. And yeah, Angus says it's what you call them. Okay, it's what we call them. Okay. AJ says I've got a prediction. Arsenal are going to bottle yet another title. Ooh. Kuva, thank you very much for your super chat. Again, you make me laugh every time. Appreciation for your hard work, Jose. On a completely unrelated matter, does anyone know how I set this to 5 pence? Superb. Uh, did I read Sava's comment out? No, it's there again. Mbappe has just signed for Arsenal. Matty says, I'm off. Big up, Jose. Thanks for all your work. No worries, Matty. I shall see you for Friday's show. Chris Peters says, I just asked for the 4.95 in change. AJ said, shit, Sava beat me to for Angus. Arsenal tears his destiny. Paul G, evening Jose in the chat. I'm moving on up. You certainly are, Paul. You did move up. You did move up. Sava sharing AJ, I love Angus. He told me that there was no way City would score 2 or more against Arsenal. Sometimes people keep the receipts, is all I'm going to say to you, Angus. And I've just got back from a day out with Elvis and Margot Robbie, Sava. What, you've been to Madame Two Swords? Hmm. P.S. Anyone want to buy a brand new, never used road bike, a Boardman, selling it for 50% off what I paid? Angus, you stunk it out for 55 minutes while faking injuries and time wasting. Sounds like a Levy sale, Sava. Chris, no, I swear it's brand new. I've just no use for it. Anthony, I've just joined the fantasy league. I'm top Jose. Make sure you join the Predict the Prem as well, Anthony. And good doing show me you last night, mate. Fair play to you. Football Heritage. Sava says, Angus, there is being defensive, and there is being as defensive as you lot. It's boring Arsenal over again. Right, so yeah, so guys, that's the league tables for you. I'm back. I'll be back to do the predictions on Friday. Not sure what I'm doing Thursday yet, or whether I'm doing a mop-up show or not, or whether I'm going to return doing to the mop-up shows in the evening, which people kind of liked. So I may well do, the mop-up show again. I might reintroduce that again on Thursday. I'm away with work tomorrow and Wednesday, so I won't be doing anything tomorrow and Wednesday because I'm on the road with work. But for Thursday, I'm thinking about doing the mop-up show in the evening. Friday, we will definitely have predictions again. And yeah, thank you very much for all coming on today. Thank you very much for all your banter, all your chat. It's much appreciated. You guys know that you guys are the ones that make the shows, and you know it's all fair and all equal in here, and you're all great people. So thank you very much, everyone. I also need to thank David Shear for gifting out a membership, Carl Simpson for his member chat, and super chat from Colin, I think, and a super chat from Kuba. Thank you very much, guys. You guys are the ones that sponsored the show. So, guys, yeah, just hit the notification bell. If you like the stream, then please like it. And I will catch up with every single one of you on the next show. But thank you very much. And as I always say, and as I always finish, it's come on, you mighty Spurs. And in the big Ange, I trust. Take care, everyone. God bless. Bye bye.